David R. here. Today I'm going to talk to you about this book, Principles of Public Speaking, by Kathleen German, Bruce E. Gronbeck, Douglas Ehninger, and Alan H. Monroe. I like the cover. I think that's very postmodern, I suppose. Well, I got this book because I want to be able to give and write better speeches for videos. And maybe you would like to do the same, so you might want to get a book like this. Now, this is the 14th edition. I'm for certain there are many, many, many other editions. This book was published in 2001, so that's quite a long time. This book will teach you about public speaking and critical listening, planning and preparing your speech, presenting your speech, and types of public speaking. And what I'm going to be talking about is the 7 steps for planning your speech. I'm going to also talk about organizing and outlining your speech and how to make things a little easier for you. In the 7 steps for planning your speech, I'm going to refer to figure 2.1 in the book. Selecting and narrowing your subject, determining the purpose, analyzing the audience and the occasion, gathering the material, making an outline, practicing aloud, and delivering the speech. Number 1, selecting and narrowing your subject. What do you want to talk about? What do you know about? I'll use an example, criminal law. Okay? Will it interest your listeners? You don't want to talk about criminal law to a bunch of gardeners. They're not going to get much out of it. You also want to generate subtopics like prison reform or false confessions. 2, determining your purposes and central idea. Are you speaking to inform, to persuade, or to entertain? Since this section deals with the general purpose, the specific purpose, and central idea, I'm going to refer to Table 2.1. As you can see in Table 2.1, for speaking purposes, this table provides a guide to the relationships between the general purpose, specific purpose, and central idea of your speech. The general purpose is to help your listeners understand an idea, concept, or process, basically to inform. Or you want to influence your listeners' actions, to actuate. Or to influence your listeners' thoughts, to persuade. Now, your specific purpose is to teach your listeners about the Federal Reserve Board, or to get your listeners to walk to classes this week. That's a short-term goal. Or to get your listeners to develop a fitness program, which is a long-term goal. Or to increase your listeners' appreciation of the role of pure scientific research. Now, the central idea, this is a thesis statement. It captures the essence of the information in a single line. For this, they say, the most important influence on interest rates in this country is the Federal Reserve Board. Or you should start a fitness program today to improve the quality of your life. Or while science doesn't always yield a better mousetrap, it is still an important human activity. Now we go to analysis of the audience and occasion. So consider your listeners. Put yourself in the shoes of those people watching and listening to you. What's the occasion? Consider the purpose of the occasion. Why are you speaking there? Think of yourself being in the audience, listening to you. Maybe you have a twin or something, I don't know, or a clone. Listening to yourself. And try to understand what that person is thinking or feeling. Number 4, gathering your speech material. Now you want to supplement your speech with additional material. The book says facts, illustrations, stories, examples, but they also refer to magazines and newspapers. What they don't mention in this book, since the book was published in 2001, is they don't mention Google, like a Google search. That's what I recommend. Do a Google search, or if you can, find a PDF online. And maybe even go to your Kindle, or even just regular books like these, which is what I prefer these days. Number 5, making an outline. So you want to arrange your speech in a sequence or chronological order. As you can see by this outline, this would probably be placed on note cards. You got the background, you got mad and sad there, you got the description, which are goals, and mad's action steps, and then results. And then you have 3 is local projects, like contracts, prom night, and PSAs. That gives you a good idea of what the outline is like. So number 6, practicing aloud. You want to practice in a normal voice. And if possible, you want somebody to watch you, like a friend or a relative. Number 7 is developing confident delivery. You want to take your tension and nervousness and turn it into something that will energize you. And if you have stage fright, just be sure to breathe properly, breathe slowly, breathe deeply. You don't want to get up on stage and then run back off. And also, you want to make eye contact with your audience. We in this country, in the USA, value eye contact. In conclusion, writing a speech is relatively easy. I think delivering the speech is the harder part. Look at this wiki picture. See, it shows an introduction, shows a body, shows the conclusion. Like, for instance, an introduction would be, it's like, I want to talk about this book, at least for a video. There it is. I write my body, and I do that like this. See, I have my notes. See, they're organized sequentially. Those are all the notes I have here. That's all I got. If you want to learn more about speeches and speech writing, you could read this book and probably a million others. So that's all I got. Talk to you later. Bye.